Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to my presentation on the Great Turkey Shake of February 6th, 2023. This is going to be a how and why it happened. So stick with me. This is no this is no laughing matter. This is a very serious topic, and we're going to be going through it in depth. Okay, so what happened? Well, on Monday, February 6th of 2023, a magnitude 7.8 earthquake shook much of Turkey and Syria. With earthquakes, scientists use the Richter scale to measure their intensities. So this means a 7.8 magnitude is catastrophic because the scale is a base 10 logarithmic scale. What does this mean? Why'd you ask? This means that each order of magnitude is 10 times more intensive than the last one. In other words, a 2 is 10 times more intense than a 1, and a 3 is 100 times greater than a 1. So look at the scale right here. It is exponential. It's not even, it's logarithmic. I'm sorry. And then here's a map of where the earthquake struck. The epicenter was in Gaziantep. I hope I'm saying that right. It's in southeastern Turkey, right here. Okay, moving on. How significant was this? Well, what's so devastating about this one is that it wasn't just a single earthquake. However, approximately 9 hours after the initial 7.8 magnitude earthquake, an aftershock, approximately 7.5 magnitude, it struck 75 kilometers north of the initial quake. I'm going to change that to 95. That's what I got in my notes. This aftershock targeted only Turkey, and parts of this one even overlapped with the original quake. So people in the middle right here were just very... They were very shooken up. But they are not done. No, they are not. Not even close. The USGS predicts aftershocks to continue for months, maybe even years. That's crazy. So look at this map right here. This is the original one. Gaziantep. Epicenter. 95 miles up here, we have the 7.5 aftershock. So much of southeastern Turkey just got obliterated by this. And here's a picture right here. You can see this building just absolutely collapsed. There's some cars. There's a lot of debris on the ground. Not good at all. Not good at all. So we can't go any further without talking about tectonic plates. What are they? Well, the Earth is divided up into various plates called the tectonic plates. Think about these as puzzle pieces. Look at how they interconnect with each other. They lock into place all over the planet. Various plates of different shapes and sizes. There's continental plates, there's oceanic plates. The biggest one being the Pacific plate, and after that, the Antarctic plate. So what are they? Tectonic plate is a massive, irregularly shaped slab of solid rock generally composed of both continental and oceanic lithosphere. Plate size can vary greatly, from a few hundred to thousands of kilometers across. As we said, the Pacific and the Antarctic are among the largest of the plates. At each plate boundary is a fault. There's 3 types of faults. There's normal, reverse, and strike-slip. For this earthquake, we're dealing with a strike-slip fault. And there's also 3 types of plate boundaries: divergent, convergent, and transform. Again, dealing with the transform plate boundary. That is where the fault line is. Moving on. In the case of the Great Turkey Shake, we are dealing with movement along a strike-slip fault at a transform plate boundary. What does this look like? We have the Anatolian plate and the Arabian plate. They're sliding past one another. This is the fault line right here that the earthquake was on. See how they slide past one another? A transform plate boundary is a boundary where 2 tectonic plates slide horizontally past one another. If the plates rub against each other, huge stresses can cause portions of the rock to break, resulting in earthquakes. Places where these breaks occur are called faults. You see a diagram in the next slide. Here we go. This is a picture of Turkey right here, and Syria is right down here. The earthquake happened right here along the East Anatolian Fault. Here's the epicenter. Once again, strike-slip fault. The Anatolian plate is sliding past the Arabian plate horizontally. And here is a bigger map of the Anatolian fault line. It runs all throughout Turkey. Just massive. Very devastating. So now, how do the earthquakes actually happen? What the heck are these tectonic plates doing to cause the earthquakes? Well, in short, an earthquake is caused by a sudden slip on a fault. Tension builds between tectonic plates as magma rises to the outer layers of the earth through convection currents. So, looking at this picture, we got all the magma right here. This is the asthenosphere. It's right below the lithosphere. The lithosphere has the Earth's crust. The asthenosphere is where all the magma is. See down here, it's rising to the surface. The less dense magma goes on top of the more dense magma. This creates pressure at the top. This is what causes the plates to move at the fault line. Because there's too much pressure at the top and it has to release some pressure. So what does it do? The plates slide. In this case, they slide horizontally past each other. And let's see, the less dense magma, of course, it sits on top of the denser magma, and once enough pressure pushes on the tectonic plates, some of the pressure is released, causing an earthquake. That's exactly what we have happened. Okay, finally the pictures, or it didn't happen. Well, it did in fact happen. Here are some pictures. Absolutely devastating. I mean, these buildings, they just fell right to the ground. You can't even make out what they used to look like. It's crazy. Very sad. Alright, thank you. That's about it. I hope you learned something from this. You learned a little bit of how earthquakes work, and about the tectonic plates, and just how bad this event was. Once in a lifetime earthquake. I'm telling you, it was huge. Thank you.